You know what? I'm actually starting off with... Why is this not? There we go. I'm actually just starting off with some general shiny, some general box management stuff. So hello, how's it going, everyone? Why not my jacket all the way up? It is such a sleepy day today. It is rainy outside. It is quite dark. I'm all sleepy. Although, admittedly, I'm not as sleepy as I was yesterday. Because I got like 12 hours of sleep. I think I might have finally fixed my sleep schedule to an extent. Oh yeah, I guess it is morning in some places, isn't it? Huh. Ian is asking me some Pokemon Go question. Ian's been playing Pokemon Go again. I kind of gotten back into it, and he is concerned about Tyrogue because of the moments. I'll say the moments from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. today. Tyrogue is in eggs. We have a Tyrogue hatch day today from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. I won't be participating because it is so rainy outside, and I believe Ian has work, so he won't be able to do it either. There we go. I have given him the solution that if he can at some points during 2 to 5, go out and spin some Pokestops. If he has some free slots in his egg box, he can get some Tyrogue eggs. Spread your coffee? Oh no! Hopefully you didn't ruin anything there. Wait, no, that is index marker. What do you know? Okay. I actually don't know where Skarmory goes in the dex. General shiny deck stuff. After Manta. go. Then we have Sableye. I believe that's, yeah, that's before Waddle. Okay, then we have Bruxish. That goes up to Mimikyu. And we have Toxtricity. Goes somewhere. Right there, cool. We have that all figured out. I'm gonna take a moment to close my door because it's at that weird point where it's atmospheric pressure is making it open and close a little bit, so it's squeaking and it's annoying. Alright, so we got that done. Next. I also need to put Caldeo in the proper box. Just before Metabeta, which I also don't have. Box. There we go. Right there. Got a Pokemon from Pokemon Go, so I can bring in Pokemon again. Oh yeah, so I've been working on stuff off stream. One thing I worked on that I actually mentioned I think during my last stream was we have new follower emote. Emotes plural. I've changed one of these sub emotes to a follower emote. I made a new emote for follower emotes. I think it would be very funny to make some like poorly drawn emotes for follower emotes. And so we now have this is for Twitch. So YouTube, you can ignore this bit. So we have the Kaisen D, what is that? Kaisen D's? Yeah, Kaisen D's and Kaisen Slow for follower emotes. And my friend Excel made a couple of delightful little images for their stream. Mainly for when I come on as Kokam, but I love it so much. I'm just like, you know what? These are follower emotes. I love them so much. All right. So, oh yeah, one thing I want to know, so I mentioned this before, and I should be mentioning it. I should have mentioned it more often. But every Monday, every first Monday of each month, I'm gonna be starting a subathon for Twitch. So I may or may not have that also on YouTube. Yeah, I will do it for YouTube as well. But the YouTube will pretty much just be, hey, I'm streaming, so might as well. So YouTube, I don't think, for right now, probably won't have much in the way of interaction with this subathon, I guess for right now, not until I figure out how to allow it to interact. I don't have a good spot for an app in that break. Guess we're researching until we get one. But yeah, so the idea with the subathon, and again, this is gonna affect mainly Twitch for right now. I've made a wheel that will be spun every time someone subscribes or gifts a subscription. And what this will entail is the first Monday of every month, I start the subathon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have 5 shiny hunting targets of my choosing to go for. That's actually a good spot. Okay, cool. So I'm going to choose the first 5 shiny hunts, and I will be going for those. That's what I'm going to start off with. Now, if during those first 5 shiny hunts someone subscribes or gets a subscription, I will spin the wheel and immediately change my target to whatever that lands on. And I will spin the wheel for every single subscription, gift or personal subscription. So if I'm working on a shiny hunt that is from a wheel spin, I get another subscription. I will spin the wheel again and it gets added to a list. That'll be the next immediate shiny hunt I do after I finish that one. And by the end of stream, I still have some shiny hunts to do from those wheel spins. I'll pick up the subathon next Monday. I try the subathon as a weekly thing, it's not a daily thing. Because I want to play other games as well. Yeah. Ian said that his favorite Pokeball was the repeat ball. However, I also need to catch these Pokemon for myself, so I'm going to work on just catching them, I guess. I think I need 4 of these. So like 2 nest balls. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, so the first initial 5 shiny hunts I choose are pretty much just like a thing to do for stream. Like it's just something to start stream off with, and also like it does help me with my goal of putting a living shiny form dex. Which, speaking of that, I actually learned today that each cast form doesn't count from Pokemon Go. Because when you transfer, let's say, a rainy cast form from Go into Home, it reverts back to cast form's original form. Which is a massive fucking dub for me. That means I don't have to worry about catching each form of cast form shiny in Pokemon Go. Which is something I was actually kind of worried about. I was like, eh, this technically is true. Granted, I wouldn't worry too much about it because at the present moment, Furfrou is a very similar case, but when you do transfer from Go into Home, it does retain form change. But seeing as form changes are based off of where you are in the world, like your actual physical location in the world, there's not much I can do about that without traveling, so. I wasn't going to worry about Furfrou, but with Legend ZA becoming a thing, I will worry about it then, depending on how that's handled. But I say this. I imagine shiny hunting in Legend ZA won't be as difficult as it is in, let's say, Sword Shield. Which I will point out, I do have some Sword Shield targets on the wheel. There are very few Pokemon I actually do not have on the wheel. I imagine when ZA comes out, they will be put on the wheel. Well, once ZA comes out and I beat ZA. Which, speaking of Pokemon Legends ZA, I will be streaming that when that comes out. I'm very much excited for it. But I will be playing it on the Switch too. When it comes out. That's exciting. I'm so excited for the Switch too. I'm not too excited about the price potentially going up, probably going up, maybe going up. You know, that reminds me, I actually put myself on the nose. Now with the Switch 2, Nintendo saying they're gonna release it on June 5th instead of the next few days. So, okay, here's the thing. The release date for the Switch 2 was always gonna be June something, 5th, 6th, I forget which one it is. It was always gonna be that. But what Nintendo has done is that they are not allowing for pre-orders right now. They were originally going to open up pre-orders for, I think it was today. Either today or 3 days from now. I think it was actually the 9th. I'm bad with numbers. They were going to have pre-orders start on the 9th. And the people who first get dibs on pre-orders are people who have lots of playtime on the Switch. So you have to have a Nintendo Online account with an active subscription and have to have played 50 hours in the past few months. I definitely have that absolutely smashed. So yeah, no, the Switch was going to release on June 6th. That was when the Switch 2 announcements was made. And just pre-orders have changed from 3 days from now to a time that has not been determined yet. because they're trying to assess with the new tariffs that have gone into place. Because Japan got hit with a 55% tariff. Okay, that one's Ian. Ian also wants... Yeah, I think we catch him... 3 more. 3 more shiny apples for Ian. There is a decent chance that the price of the Switch 2 is going to go up, at least for North America. Or rather, for the United States. Maybe other countries too, depending on tariffs and all that, because, again, stupid tariff war. The only solace that we can get out of this is the last time that there was a tariff war going on. And this is United States politics, so I'm not going to discuss this too much further. The last time there was a tariff war like this that went on, the political party of that president was... Their representation in Congress was the minority for the following 60 years. So, yeah. If anyone was coming saying, oh, it's not making Pokemon political, I'm not. I'm not making anything political, I'm just talking politics because it's affecting our games. It's affecting the prices of our games, and it's stupid. Like, it's affecting them in a negative way, I should say. But, enough about that. So there's not much we can do about that aside from getting in contact with your politicians to talk about your how displeased you are with what's going on. Or going to demonstrations to show your that's about it. As for me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try my best to get going with taking that money, hence the subathon. But also, I am looking for a job. I would take some remote work, helping people with stream stuff. Like, don't be afraid to challenge me with what you want to do. I'm always down to learn new things with streaming. Although I also wouldn't be opposed to grabbing footage of video game stuff as well for people. I might actually need to have a professional email available somewhere. Oh yeah, so I've been waking up in the morning instead of the afternoon now. Which, honestly, I like waking up in the morning a lot more than waking up in the afternoon. Like, well, yes, a lot of people who I interact with aren't typically free until the evening. Waking up in the morning allows me to do other stuff that I've been wanting to do for a while now. That just didn't have the time/energy to do. Because once nighttime hits, my brain is just like, okay, it's nighttime. There's not much I can do right now. It's time for me to be winding down for the night. I'm not gonna be doing anything, which does not play well with the schedule I had before. Whereas with waking up like 8:30 in the morning, I can wake up, get breakfast, be like, okay, what do now? And then just do something before stream. I've been working on getting higher quality rips of my physical music library. And let me tell you, it's a doozy. Because with me being the way I am, I also want to make sure that the metadata for the soundtracks is in a language I can read. So, not Japanese. I'm sorry, but I don't know Japanese. And that it's ordered properly. So, it's been very interesting. What's daunting in the moment is the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet OST that I got imported from Japan. Because that has 208 tracks. So that I had to, 1, rip, 2, change the file name to the English titles, 3, had to change the name of the song in the metadata to the English titles, and the next step is making sure that the artist names are in English and not in Japanese. That way I can know which artists worked on which songs. But I have to do that for 208 tracks, and that's just Scarlet Violet. I also have OSTs for Chrono Trigger, Sword Shield, Legends Arceus, Chrono Cross, Sonic Forces. What else do I have here? Link's Awakening, both the Switch version and the Game Boy version. Xenoblade Chronicles X, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I have a bunch more as well. Like I think once I get done with the metadata for all the ones I have on my desk right here, I'll be about halfway done. Yeah, it's kind of a lot. As for discs that I currently have ripped, I have all the ones I mentioned in my Sonic Forces and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So, but that's going to be a long project that, especially with putting the names of the Japanese composers put into English, like that right there is probably going to take the longest of each individual bit. Because then I have to match symbols with Romanized names. Which, not an easy task, let me tell you. It also doesn't help that for one of the discs for Scarlet Violet, it just listed the a lot of buffering on your side? That must be your internet because I'm not dropping any frames. My frames are immaculate. I'm gonna check my video settings really quick because I did actually change them for April Fools, but no, I changed it back to what they should be. I will say that I am streaming at a higher quality than I used to a while back. Like I used to stream at like 720p 2500 bitrate, but I'm streaming at 1080p, 60 FPS, 5000 bitrate. So like, it could be that your computer just can't handle that, which I do apologize. Also, hi Ink, how's it going? That's right, we're back with some shiny hunting and some just general Pokemon stuff. I'm starting off with a bit of shiny hunting because I just feel like it. Thank you. Oh, Ink, you should have saved that for tomorrow. You should have saved that for tomorrow. I'm doing a subathon tomorrow. It's fine. I actually don't know what time I'm gonna start the subathon. I'm thinking probably closer to like I think maybe going for about 8 hours would be a good idea. Maybe 2 p.m. Eastern time is when I'll go live. Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern time, I feel like it's a good time to go live. That way I'm streaming for about 8 hours. 8 hours of shiny hunting. And I will say, you did subscribe with your Prime subscription there, Ink. So if you want to drop a gift sub tomorrow, make up for that. That will count to the subathon, and I will have to spin the wheel! It's just a wheel of all the Pokemon I got a shiny hunt. I think I left off the Afton line from that wheel because, well, I knew I was going to shiny hunt it between when I made the wheel and tomorrow. Also, I guess that means we have Monday and Wednesday streams figured out. For this week. I also think it's really funny that the first of this month was a Tuesday, which means that's about a week before I actually get my subathon going. Which actually works, which is fine by me because it means that like I actually can get stuff done for the subathon. Like the only thing I failed to do is like fill out my subscriber emote slots. Like I just need one more. Have that filled out, but then I also have like animated emote slots I need to fill in too, and I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Like, I have a hard time thinking of static emotes. Animated emotes, what am I gonna do? I got no ideas for that. Like, the thing is, I know a fair amount of emote artists I can probably hit up and be like, hey, we got some your character here, animated emotes. Let's go for one of those. Which wouldn't be a bad idea. It's just part of the problem I have with that is it's a lot of animations that's I don't know. Pokemon popping out of this Pokeball. What you trying to catch there, EFJ? for the anime. Oh, that actually would be a good idea. Ooh. Well, I say that. Well, I do a fair amount of Pokemon and stuff. I don't want to be known as just a Poke streamer, which, yeah, you know, part of the problem is the fact that I just choose to stream Pokemon stuff myself. I just really enjoy the games. They're nice, chill games to sit back and relax with. It doesn't help that there's still a lot of Pokemon stuff I still want to do. But I do also want to play other games on stream as well. I think, for the time being, Pokemon stuff is to be relegated mainly to Wednesdays. At least for the time being. Like, yes, the one follower emote I made myself is Slowpoke. It is a Pokemon, but I also just like vibe with Slowpoke in general, so I don't mind having like a Pokemon emote. Like, keep in mind, I was doing Xenoblade Chronicles X for a moment there, and I do plan on getting back to it. I just, during Wednesday's stream, I mentioned to Ian that yes, I would stream again to catch enough Pokemon to be caught up to where he's at in the Pokedex for this part of the DLC. And also I'd be catching a bunch of Appin. Some for him, some for myself. So, well, that would be a good idea for an emote, because I don't want to pigeonhole myself into being just a Pokemon streamer. I think it's best if I keep the Pokemon emotes limited. What I do want to do is I do have the idea for like an OC in mind. And I guess we kind of sort of have been seeing this OC in various games I've been playing. Pretty much just, it's a female version of Kaisen. Like, if Kaisen is like the name that I go by on the internet, Kairi would be the female version of that. So let's see. Let's see for Ian. 2 more for Ian. And then I think I need 2 more for myself. Let's go ahead and catch 1 more for myself and then 2 more for Ian. And yeah. So I think like by developing an original character for myself or to represent my streams, or should I just like have myself as like the representation in the emotes? This is a beautiful thing about like making these decisions for streamers. I get to choose what happens. And then turn out to have game names sorting inside. That would be kind of hard for emotes. Because keep in mind, emotes on Twitch are rather small. Like, so you can't really have like a bunch of fine details in emotes. Like, the names of games swirling around in a emote, it would be kind of difficult to tell what's going on. You pretty much want, so okay. There was this video I watched from Bao. It was a clip from one of Bao's streams. And the advice that she gives about how to utilize a VTuber model to its fullest extent also rings true when it comes to emotes. Is you want it to be big and expressive. You want to have your expressions and your emotes be you know, noticeable on a small scale, because for emotes, that's what you're working with. Like, I've worked with the constraints of emotes myself, because I made some emotes for Discord for myself and some other people. And there's some emotes there's some concepts that work for emotes and some concepts that don't. You can get away with like having specific words as emotes. Like I think I have on one of my servers an emote of just the word kinky done up in the Pizza Hut font, because I think that's just a very funny combination. And that actually kind of works for an emote. Like the way that I did it up, it actually works in the confines of an emote. But there was one I was trying to work on that kind of loses its power because of emotes being so small, but it works better as a sticker on Discord. Right, it was a character from Brave Frontier. She has a giant hammer. And what I did for this emote, that wound up being a sticker, was I put the word horny on her hammer. Or maybe it was like no horny. That way, you know, just like, no, stop it with the horny. No horny here! But that doesn't work for an emote because the detail on the hammer, the text on the hammer is too small to be legible for an emote. But it works very well as a sticker because stickers on Discord are much larger images. And don't get me wrong, when it comes to like actually drawing stuff, like, I'm not good at drawing. I don't have a tablet, so I can't... I don't have that going for me. The emote I made for Twitch, I made using my mouse. The follower emote I made for myself on Twitch, I made with my mouse. Like, that was about as good as I could get it. But what I would probably do for the animated emotes is just probably like find someone who can do animated emotes and come up with like an idea. I do have an idea for anime emotes, and I kind of want to stray away from these ideas as well. Partially because, and for a handful of reasons. So, for those of you who watched my content back in like 2021 over on Grand Gaia Library, I was a huge fan of Brave Frontier to the point where I made YouTube videos on the game, talking about a variety of stuff. The idea I had for a Grand Gaia Library was mainly to put out like videos talking about the events coming up and explaining like the bare minimum to do of what to, for every day of the events to get all the rewards. You know, you give people like an idea of like how much they have to grind each day if they want to grind each day to get all the meaningful rewards from each event. However, a couple of months after I started the channel, the game went on hiatus, and a year after it went on hiatus, it got end of service. So, but during that time, I made a variety of videos, just talking about the game anyway, talking about different topics. I did one video talking about the 4 different tier lists of Brave Frontier, which is just the same tier list 4 times, with each website doing things ever so slightly different. But the thing that made me catch on to the fact that they were this exact same 4 tier lists is the fact that all the weird naming conventions were the exact same on each tier list. So, yeah. yes, I was a huge fan of Brave Frontiers. Like, I think a fun idea in my head is like to take some of the characters from that game that no longer exists and use them for emotes. One emote idea I have is to take Tillith from this game, one of the main characters. She is the goddess who the summoner works a lot with. And make her do the Aqua crying meme. Or the Aqua screaming meme, rather. Oh, well, actually both of them would work. I just really like that idea. Maybe for like the anime version of it, just have it like shaking a little bit. Like, I do like that idea, but again, Brave Frontier, while I did enjoy playing through the games, because, game singular, because it got end of service, there's a bit of a sour note with it as well. For one, a complicated relationship with myself and the people of the Brave Frontier Recoded project. There's that, on top of the fact that the company who saw the production of the global version of Brave Frontier, they've been dabbling in more cryptocurrency shenanigans. That's probably the thing that got them in the hole for making Brave Frontier have to shut down. I think the creator of Brave Frontier actually did get interviewed and said, yes, I want to make another Brave Frontier game that doesn't make use of crypto bullshit. Which I hope he does, and I hope that doesn't get picked up by Gumi. It's weird, like, there is actually still one Brave Frontier game that exists, but it's NFT bullshit. NFT crypto bullshit. Like, it basically turns the phone into a cryptocurrency mining rig. I don't agree with it. So. I think I should probably distance myself from Brave Frontier stuff until the game comes back and I brighter lights. So. I think it might be a good idea to, like, I don't know, maybe I should have myself be the face of my emotes. The problem with that is I don't find myself like super attractive. Like, I think I look alright. I look like a bit like just kind of like a guy. Like, I've never been too strong on my appearance. Like, I don't have, like, I don't think I look bad. Like, I don't think I look ugly. I just don't find myself super attractive. I find myself rather average looking. Like, that's the only issue I really have with having myself be used for emotes. I know, like, if I have the emotes be more stylized, the renditions of myself stylized for the emotes. That does make it look better, because again, I think that what XL did for the two new subscriber emotes I have, I like that. I think those look fantastic, even though they are modeled after myself, and more specifically myself wearing a beanie, which I've not worn in a minute. It's not consistently in a minute. Like, I believe XL's references for that for those emotes was an image I used a while back to get the chibi emotes. It's not even an emote. The chibi image of myself from my starting stream, my BRB screen, like this image. I believe that is what they use to model the images they made. Which is me from, when was that? How did I get that made? Oh, it must have been like 2021-ish. Yeah, because I remember I hit up an artist to get that, oh yeah, I was Xanadu Avicii. I hit up to get that image made up, because it was close enough to the Brave Frontier art style at the time that I got that done up for Grand Gaia Library. But because I'm the one who ran Grand Gaia Library, I'm like, well, this is mine, so. God, that was 4 years ago. This is not the vibe. Hold on a moment. This is better. Also, one thing I think would be very fun is if so XR made a bunch of those a bunch of the images, the emotes for my channel. They made a bunch of them for their streams. A bunch of us from the we refer to ourselves as the Garden Gang because we originally came together to do a bit of a fundraiser event to support XL. A few years ago. We've always just kind of stayed in touch, and we wanted to do another like, fundraising charity stream again. We just are kind of not super focused on that. Partially because like I don't think there's like one charity we can already agree on helping out. I think maybe a good start would be to. I should probably bring this up to the group, is to give ourselves a direction, do something for St. Jude during the whole St. Jude thing, which I think is coming up fairly soon. In fact, if we are to do this, we should probably get on this fairly soon, so I may bring this up to them tomorrow. Like St. Jude is a very safe charity to go for first. because in the US it's very recognizable. And they've been doing these charity events for years at this point. So they probably have like a bunch of resources in place that can help us out with getting our first like actual charity stream going. I think like maybe a good idea to start off with is like maybe we do a bi-yearly thing where twice a year we do a charity stream. It probably won't be like a multi-day thing. It would probably be like maybe at most a 24-hour thing. This would be more so just brainstorming at the moment rather than making anything concrete. I've just been yapping. Yeah, it's a lazy Sunday here. It's been raining where I live. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if my friends are just kind of like low energy. If my friends from around here are just low energy today. I believe Ian's got work. Let's see if I can poke at someone. Let's see, who to poke at? Yeah, nah, might just be a vibe issue with just me. That's fine. Yeah, we got our first break coming up in about 6 minutes. No, I keep thinking about like all the shiny hunts I do, and all the like when I do an outbreak hunt like this, I'm very unreactive to the shinies I find. Like I'll just keep on yapping. I'll find a shiny, I'll pause for a moment, and I'll just keep on yapping. Because these outbreaks, it's literally so easy to get a shiny. I mean, granted, yes, Outbreak's very tiny, so kind of hard to see. In fact, I owe Ian a pizza because he couldn't find a shiny Outbreak. Which I still think it's wild. He couldn't find a single shiny Applin in 1 hour. He even whittled down the outbreak to have the absolute, like he whittled down the outbreak to have the best odds, plus he has the shiny charm. He should have found a shiny. I just think he missed it. Like, I found 3 in 1 hour. And I'm working with the same sort of odds that he did. In fact, I'm working with worse odds. Four in 1 hour, and I'm working with worse odds. I may catch a 5th one for Ian, because Apton's actually a really good Pokemon for raids. The fact that it gets a pretty strong special grass type move that drops special defense, that's very nice. I don't know, like, I think even though I do have pretty good shiny luck, I think the fact that I'm able to consistently get about 4 shinies in 1 hour with these outbreaks, like, I want to find someone who I don't know if I need to find someone who has about as sharp of an eye, or someone who is as observant as I am when it comes to shiny hunting. But like, isn't really known for their luck. Also, we will be taking a break in about a minute here. Gotta get up and stretch my legs. Alright. I will be back shortly. Alright, and we're back. Oh yeah, and one of the projects I want to do. That should be something I work on with a friend over the course of a weekend, probably just a day. So I recently gotten rid of Discord on my phone. Which, overall, pretty nice thing, I gotta admit. Means I'm on my phone nest. I've also gotten rid of Bluesky, Reddit. I would get rid of YouTube, but my phone refuses to let me get rid of YouTube on my phone. So I'm just like, okay. Because I just won't interact with YouTube all that much on my phone. But there is one downside to getting rid of Discord on my phone. And the downside is, let's say I wanted to send an image to a server. An image that let's say I take a picture of something on something from my phone and want to put it on Discord. I don't really have a good way of doing that without having Discord. Having access to Discord on my phone. I don't want to connect my computer to my phone, or my phone to my computer, whether it be through wired means, because that means I have to like plug in my phone every time I want to take a picture off my phone and put it onto my computer, which is just annoying. That's slow and not very convenient. I do have the option of using Google Drive, which I don't want to do because I want to break away from Google. that's another project I want to work on. I don't want to connect my phone to my computer through wireless methods because while Microsoft does have a built-in system of doing that, a built-in way of doing that with Android phones, it's Microsoft. I don't trust Microsoft either. I don't trust any tech company that makes use of AI. But I do have a pretty decent idea of how to get around all of this. And that is making my own image server. My own personal image server that I can connect to on my computer and on my phone. Like I can upload an image from my phone up to this server and have access to it on my computer. And the other way around as well. And I have a friend who would know how to set all this up, because he has set up several servers of similar idea for himself. Okay, so just to remind, that one's the ends, that one's the ends, and that one's the ends. Okay, and maybe one more for him just for good measure. I'll catch two just to be on the safe side. Yes, having an image my own image server for myself, I think would be a pretty good idea. And that would also be a good way of getting me like familiar with making my own servers. It also helps with convenience on that end. Once I know what I'm doing with that, so I can do a similar thing with another project I want to work on. Another server project. Which would be rather involved, I feel, and very time consuming. I'm probably gonna incorporate like a bit of a queue of sorts for all the stuff I want to put on that other server. This is not the vibe. Now this is a vibe. But yeah, the big project I'm working on right now for myself is just getting higher quality rips of all my songs, of all my CDs onto my computer. But I think that's gonna take, that might take all month, honestly. No, that's exaggerating. It's probably gonna take me like maybe a couple of weeks. Because what I'm doing is I'm probably gonna go through like for all these Japanese albums one at a time and work on the metadata for all of them. Like one day for each album. I just need to finish up Scarlet Valley is taking me 3 days because I'm just all over the place a little bit. I went to hang out with friends yesterday. So did that, came home. I was sleepy all day yesterday. Something about adjusting my sleep schedule. So I worked on that a little bit. I made a little bit of progress with the Scarlet Violet soundtrack. But I still have like, so many other ones. It's really just the Pokemon ones are rather daunting. Because they're like... I think the Legends Arceus one's like 142 songs. Like that's 142 songs. I gotta change the metadata of the name of the song from Japanese to English, and then do the same thing for composer names. I gotta do that all over again for Sword and Shield. I gotta do that for Chrono Trigger, which granted for Chrono Trigger, I think most of those are already in English. I know, obviously. I think doing one CD a day is probably going to be the way I go about it from here on. Okay, this is the last one for Ian. Yeah, it's just water at this point. So might as well drink. It's water. There we go. A whole lot of happening just for Ian. Let's see if any of them have marks. Yep, none of the ones I caught have marks. Okay. I need to catch just 2 more for myself. And then move on to catching Pokemon to catch up with Ian. And that, it should be a pretty decent sized stream right there. So I might call it there and then get back to work on metadata. Now, I may also talk with my friend about server stuff. Because he did ask me a question last night, but I was asleep. So I'm going to answer him with the good old, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's figure this out. I don't know what this means. A bit of a progress with my Pokemon Platinum playthrough off stream. I don't think I've made a whole lot of progress. Where I'm currently at, so I just did the Saturn battle at Lake Valor. I just did that. And the next step I have to do is go to Lake Verity and take on Jupiter? Yeah, I think it's Jupiter I take on there. Maybe it's Mars, I don't know. I have pretty much filled out the Pokedex as much as I can up to this point in Platinum. Without evolving a bunch of Pokemon. I do have a handful of Pokemon I need to evolve. But I'm waiting to evolve Pokemon until I have access to Victory Road and higher level Pokemon to fight. All the while, I'm trying to... I'm going through and actually making use of honey trees to try and get a Munchlax. But things I'm not making use of RNG manipulation, I pretty much just gotta get lucky. I think I found 2 trees that can have Munchlax on it. So I'm hopeful to find a Munchlax, evolve it into a Snorlax, and be good there. But my idea with Pokemon Platinum is to try and catch every single Pokemon available in the game. Maybe at some point even complete the national Pokedex too. Not that there's really much of a point in doing that for Pokemon Platinum. Like, honestly, the first game that made it even useful to complete the national dex in any regard is Black 2 White 2. But by completing the national dex and no, I don't know. With Pokemon Black 2 White 2, I'm gonna have to sit down and figure out how exactly I want to go about completing the national dex there, or when I get there. But my main goal with Platinum is I want to get to the Regigigas and Shiny Hunt it. I wish to Shiny Hunt the Regigigas because it would be so funny having a shiny level 1 Regigigas. It's 2 p.m. I think it would also be kind of funny to shiny hunt the Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But when I say shiny hunt that, I'm more so mean RNG manipulate. Because I don't think I can really be arsed with like shiny hunting a hunt that takes 2 minutes for a check. To say that, but I do actually have on the wheel the subathon, I do actually have some reset hunts. And Brooding Diamond, Shining Pearl on the list. Alright, one Shining Hunt I actually don't have on the wheel for right now that will go on and probably after this month is Cranidos. Because I don't have access to Blueberry Academy on either of my starter files. I mean, I say that. Technically I do on this one. But I'm not going there until after Ian and I finish the story of the Teal Mask and do most of the stuff here as well. Like, I think what I might set our goals to be for this, for the moment at least, is catch them all, or most of them. Version exclusives we will get to after we establish our teams for Blueberry Academy. Because I decided it would be funny if I made half my team the triple threat shiny hunts in Blueberry Academy. So I can't connect to the internet until then. So we're gonna complete most of the Pokedex. I think we're just gonna miss out like 3 Pokemon in total. We're gonna do the main story. We're gonna catch the Pokemon at the end of this, which you guys into the Pokedex. And there's a couple of side stuff that we're gonna do as well. I just need 2 more shiny Applin. Then I'm done. Granted, I also have to evolve them, but I can just put them onto Pokemon Violet and evolve them there. Yes, once I catch the triple threat in Blueberry Academy, I can actually connect to the internet again on here. I'm also just debating on connecting to the internet on my copy of Violet. Well, I do have another copy of Violet I can actually boot up and connect to the internet too. I just need to actually progress in the story a little bit. Also, I feel bad. There was someone who followed the other nights. I said, yeah, just come back tomorrow and watch the stream. I didn't stream the next day. I got busy working on stuff, so I just forgot to. It's so wild to me that I haven't streamed since Wednesday. Ooh, I think that's actually... Oh, my brain, why did... My brain is dumb. My brain just have the idea, oh, you know how you can get the Musketeer Pokemon with marks and Sword and Shield? That's right, you can get them with marks and Sword and Shield. What if we got them shiny with a mark? What if we just did that? No, brain, I don't need to make those even more of a hassle. Alright, one more Applin and we're done shiny hunting here. We're just moving on to, evolving Pokemon. Not, catching Pokemon. We're gonna try and catch as many Pokemon to get caught up with Ian. I'm not gonna worry too much about evolving Pokemon. Oh no, that means I need to clear off my desk here. I need to clear off my desk and grab my laptop. I'm gonna wanna... Actually, no, no. I don't care for that. Right, okay. With this copy of Scarlet, I don't care to, grab all the Pokemon. You have a completed living dex. Right, okay. It's the other copy of Scarlet that I'm going to be playing through and getting the Pokedex filled in. Okay. Which I should get back to that at some point. Maybe do that as like a weekly thing as well. make that morning thing. Yeah, if I'm gonna be waking up early in the morning, I can do a morning stream of Pokemon Scarlet. And then in the evenings, play whatever game I want to play through, the beats, do shenanigans in. Yeah, I like that idea. Of course, this will be the play until I can get a job. But of course, if I can actually make streaming as a livelihood, I would love to do that. But I think in order for that to actually be plausible, I need to actually be making content outside of Twitch as well, or just streams in general. I didn't close my drawer properly. Oh no. I just need to figure out like morning stream. The issue I have with morning streams is that I'm on the East Coast. So like morning for me at like, let's say, okay, if I were to go for 8 in the morning, for some reason, 8 in the morning streams, that would be 5 in the morning on the West Coast. That would be 9 at night in Southeast Asia. I think it's 9 at night. It's anywhere from 7 to 9 at night, which if it's 7, hey. I think it's 9 at night. And it's, what is it? 2 in the afternoon in Europe. Like, it's all about like, the thing is, being on the East Coast is actually very nice for going live at 6 p.m. Or maybe even 2 p.m. Going live at 2 p.m. is fantastic if you're streaming for 8 hours. Because then you're hitting up, I guess it's right at the end of golden hour for Europe. Or Eastern Europe. Western Europe, rather. All of Europe? I don't know. Time zones are funky. But I'm definitely hitting like nighttime in Europe. Like midday in the US. And go for 8 hours, I get to 10 p.m. on the East Coast, and that gets to 7 p.m. You're ending at about mid-prime time on the West Coast. Push out to 4 p.m. Yeah, you're kind of missing out on Europe. But you are hitting up the entirety of the US for prime time. If you go for 8 hours. You're ending at midnight. Go to bed immediately after that. You're waking up at 8 in the morning. That's fine. Go to bed an hour later. That's still 9 a.m. I don't know. I think morning streams are easier to do if you live on the West Coast, because if you're gonna live at like 8 in the morning again on the West Coast, that's 11 p.m. here. So I guess the question I need to ask is, what time of morning do I want to hit? Like, which time is morning do I want to hit for morning streams? Honestly, I don't know. Like, that's a bit of a decision I need to make. And I think that once I make the decision, I think maybe, like, I might test things out with streaming at various times. Maybe 1 week I'll try 10 a.m. Maybe 1 week I'll try and shoot for 8 a.m., which means I'm waking up a little bit sooner. That will mean that I need to figure out breakfast at home, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Because I will be honest, like I tend to eat breakfast like fast food because it's relatively cheap. But getting breakfast at home would actually be even cheaper. So I think if I can find like a nice breakfasty thing to do. Like a couple of breakfasty things I can do from home, that would be a good idea. Cereal is not the play. I'm not a huge fan of cereal for like breakfast foods. I'll be honest, like I'm not a huge fan of breakfast foods for breakfast. Because like a lot of breakfasty foods a lot of breakfast foods tend to be rather greasy. Or, yeah, actually just like rather greasy, like bacon, eggs, sausage, hash browns. And that seems like a lot early. Like, greasy foods early in the morning is not the play. I guess like I wasn't doing anything dry. I don't know. You know, maybe a nice soup for breakfast wouldn't be a bad idea. Right? Or is that weird? Part of the issue is I also don't like foods that are like cold. So like, for example, my older sister tends to make overnight oats, which you put in the fridge and you eat cold. I don't like cold foods. Like, they don't... It doesn't hurt my teeth or anything, it just is unpleasant. Now, I do like ice cream, I do like milkshakes, I do like cold drinks every so often, but cold foods? No. Oh, mine messed up actually, because I think I actually want to put... Yeah, I want to put 2 of these in Pokeballs that are fitting for... What do I have for Pokeballs? I have just 1 Leva Ball. I think I would want a second one. But I can't exactly trade for a second one. Maybe I can do a fastball for 1. Yeah, fastball and Leva Ball for 1. That would work. Okay. 2 more then. We gotta save before each one because, well... We'll be working with Pokeball odds. The catcher have a Pokeball for each of these. I guess I'm just gonna keep this one for raid purposes. Okay. Speaking of raid purposes, I actually need to make a Skeletor for raid purposes. The thing that maybe like a couple of times a day I'll sit down and do some of the Meowscarada raids I have available. Just to get some herbs going. What I might try and do is I might sit down and see how many Pokemon I went to shiny hunts in Scarlet and Violet. And get enough herbs to make those more viable. Which, granted, that's going to be a lot for Violet, especially. But if I can get Scarlet's, like, handled alright. It's just trying to figure out how many Pokemon I want to hunt in Violet, in Scarlet specifically. I can probably get that knocked out fairly easily, so... fairly quickly each day. I just need to train up a Skeletor is all. A bit of research for me to do after stream here. God, these TPS on the vibe are definitely getting to me. Why is that thing so tiny? Oh yeah, I can't nap today because I guess I kind of took up the nap stop. So, okay. I went to bed at like 10 o'clock last night. Which is beautiful. I like going to bed at 10 o'clock. That means I can wake up early in the morning. But I had intended on waking up at 6 in the morning. I instead woke up at around 4. And I couldn't go back to sleep right away. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna turn off Pokemon Sleep. And I'm gonna play some Pokemon Platinum. And the Pokemon Platinum session I did last night, slash this morning, was, yeah, with your cocktail. He's been getting up at 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, the Platinum session this morning is where I beat Saturn at Lake Valor, and I gathered up some honey trees. Now, I also got a Heracross, which is very nice. Found out I had another tree that had a Heracross at it, so I decided to take that tree and do a tiny bit of shiny hunting with it. I probably won't actually make that like an actual shiny hunt I do, because doing honey tree shiny hunts is not exactly the easiest thing to do. Granted, I think I have some on the wheel. I'll have to get creative with that. There are... Okay, so when it comes to honey tree Pokemon, there are only 2 lines in particular that I am not looking very forward to doing. And that's Burmy and Cherubi. And I really have just 2 options for shiny hunting those on Switch games. And it's Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, or Legends Arceus, and both are not very fun for different reasons. I guess for the Legends Arceus, I technically would have better luck finding those shiny. I guess just finding shinies in general in Legends Arceus. Because what I could do is I could like perfect the Dex entry for each of those Pokemon. And have the best odds possible trying to find them. Because Cherubi and Burmy can't show up in space-time distortions, nor can they show up in mass outbreaks, nor can they show up in massive mass outbreaks. They only show up in honey trees. I'm just like, well, okay. Burmy in particular, I'm very much like not super excited to try and do, because for Burmy there's also Wormadam. Now, granted with Burmy, what I can do is for each of the male Burmies I get, but that they can just say, yeah, as a Burmy, I send them into Brilliant Diamond. I get the proper form I need, put them in Pokemon Home, bam. There you go. Granted, I don't need Trash Cloak Burmy because I got one in Pokemon Go. But if I want to be getting a 3rd male Burmy, then okay, cool. Whatever. But for each of the females I get, they have to go into Wormadam. Like, even if it's yeah. Because Wormadam has a form for each form of Burmy as well. So I need to catch 6 Burmy in total. I'm really scared about getting odds blocked there. I might keep the... So, okay, as I mentioned, one thing I want to do is that at some point once to replace all my Go shinies with main game shinies. Not because I think there's anything wrong with having a Go marked Pokemon, but I think it would just look nicer having each Pokemon not with a Go mark. And that also means, under that logic, I have to get Shiny Necrozma and not Ultra, and Sword Field. Did not think about that one. Maybe that's something I should do tonight. I should figure out what 5 Pokemon I'm hunting tomorrow. Start off with. Squirrel, shut up. The crazy squirrel in my brain is saying, once you catch this, these other 2 Abden you're looking for here, you should, end stream and go get some Tyrogag. There's one flaw with that idea, though, Squirrel. Maybe 2. The biggest flaw, though, is I have just 1 egg in incubation right now. I have half a kilometer left on it. My egg box is full otherwise, so I have to hatch a bunch of eggs first before I can get some more eggs. Although it is currently raining again, so I'm not going out. I can hear it raining. I'm not going out. So, no, we're sticking here. We're staying here. We're gonna catch 2 more shinies, and then we're gonna catch Pokemon to get Copperfield. That is the goal. That is the plan. That's what I'm sticking with. Now, I may grab a soda here to help me wake up once I'm done with my water, but I'm pretty much just gaming right now. I know how to get the answer I'm looking for morning streams. If the idea with morning streams is more so to hit the European crowd, I should ask European people what time it is. So I got a couple of people I can ask about that. I don't charge bugs so much. There's still a bus bug. It goes beep beep. We do have another break coming up in about 3 minutes here. Hopefully after the break we'll find 2 more shiny happening. Let's see, if I go live at, I'm assuming it's 10 a.m. my time. I go for about 3 hours. I'm ending at 1. Take a 5-hour break, come back at around 6. Stream for another 4 hours. 3 hours? I think 3 hours. I can go a little bit longer if I want to. I think that honestly there's nothing wrong with going to sleep at midnight, waking up at 8, and then streaming at 10. I think that sounds fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the beauty about doing morning streams. If you're starting at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. 10 a.m. I'm so used to working at night time schedules. I'm not used to saying a.m. for stuff. Ah! And we're at break, so I will be back momentarily. I've decided to make myself a little bit comfier. And so I've put on my Udi. Now, I'm all comfy now. Is that shiny right there? No. Also, it's warmer because it's pretty cold in my room. We got the air going, it's raining outside, so it's cooler. So it's pretty cool in my room. It just makes it all the better for taking a nap. Like, I am primed to take a nap, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna try my best not to nap today. So I have found that when I nap, my sleep schedule goes awry. And that's why I've been trying to find stuff to keep me busy throughout the day. I think it's especially difficult on days, on weekends, when it's raining. Which hopefully won't be too common. When you happen to hide in the flowers out there, I cannot see them. I do kind of wish that shiny hunting was a little bit more engaging. I don't know how it could be more engaging, but I kind of wish it was. Ooh, speaking of shiny hunting, I hope that Legend ZA keeps the overworld shiny Pokemon. I also hope that they bring back the sparkling chime from Arceus. Okay, we gotta save. Ah. That's went too fast around it. Okay. Nope, not quite. But I can get this. Oh, want my help? Hold on a moment. No, I will actually take Nuzzle. Get rid of Thunder. Also, I can't believe I caught a modest Pikachu. For my shiny. Like, that's pretty awesome, actually. Hold on, I'm gonna do some shenanigans here. Could be far enough away. Up. There we go. Now it doesn't matter. There we go. Finally! Caught off guard. Okay, so now let's Nuzzle. Let's try to catch this in the fastball. And we caught it! Yay! 1 of 2 done. We just need 1 more. Alright. I'll check and see if that one has a mark after we catch the next one. I'm excited about all the products I have in mind. I think I'm particularly excited about the picture, the image storage project I want to do. Like, here's the thing. Okay. Well, I do think it's very nice that like Microsoft and Google and Apple have cloud storage available for everyone, with yet of course limitations on storage size. I think that when those were offered, they were very neat services, and they were actually very good. But I think with the advent of AI becoming more rampant and being built and being misused, those services have gone from being convenient to potentially troublesome. Because with AI being as big and rampant as it is, and being misused, it does leave a lot of question marks, especially with people not reading the terms of service or what have you. In terms of service and privacy policy of basically anything that they use. And yes, I am also at fault of this. I tend not to read the terms of service or terms of use or what have you for any sort of like product I use. I usually hear about sketchy things of products from other sources, which I should follow up on those sources to see if they're actually true what they're talking about, or if they're just lying, trying to see people get some fear going on. But also, like, I have such a distrust of big tech companies at this point. I'm just like, you know what? No, that's probably what they're going to be using it for. Like, the general population has a distrust for AI to the point where, like, even like courts have ruled against AI. Laws have ruled against AI. You cannot, if you have a product that is generated entirely using AI generation, you cannot have that go for copyright. You cannot have that copyrighted. Because a human being did not create the product, a machine did. And the precedence for this actually comes from another court case. That's a shiny spin rack. Where the content in question was a picture of a monkey, of a chimp rather, where the chimp itself took the picture. Yay, I got the Chinese spin rack. Yes, the court ruled that the image could not be... Oh, that's Pokemon number 1. Neat. The image could not be submitted for copyright rights because a human did not take the picture. The chimp did. So honestly, chimp wants to file for copyright, which the chimp probably doesn't understand what that means. Yeah. Actually, I don't even think that the phrase "if the chimp wants to file for copyright" was even used. I do like the entire... There is a massive... oh, what's the phrase I'm looking for? It's not moral. What am I... I swear, the word I'm thinking of just with like a PH. I could be wrong. These ethics? No. I don't even know how to describe the word that I'm thinking of. I'm having a massive brain fart. Hold on. Okay, philosophy. I was trying to guess it with a PH. There's a great philosophy question to be had there about I've been paid. Hold on a moment, I'm looking at a thing. That'd be interesting. Anyways, a great philosophical debate about like the ethics of having an AI program say that wants to file for copyright. Like, how do we know that it actually has the capability of understanding of what it's asking for? That we know. Like, how do we measure that it actually knows what it's talking about, that it knows what copyright entails and all that fun stuff? Like, we can't actually know. And that's a wild thing. I can't believe that for the longest time I was brain farting on the word of philosophical and philosophy. You can tell what I typically don't delve into. Okay, we finally have the last app that we're going for here. Okay. And try and put this in a level ball. And done! We caught it! We're all done with catching Apton. We caught what? 10 today? 11? It just took me 2.5 hours to catch 11 shiny Apton. Plus a shiny Spinnerack. Nope. No marks. Okay, we're gonna save. And open up the Pokedex, and we're gonna try and catch Pokemon in order, so. Let's see, that's a Quagsire. Uchiana. Let's go organize our boxes first. Here we go. Hold on a moment. Tomorrow wasn't Monday. I might see if the college peeps want to do that. Oh yeah, this is actually what I want to catch. All right. Now that we're done catching shiny Pokemon, I can stop. Ah. Anyways, yes, I'm excited for my image server because it means I can store stuff without having to worry about companies stealing my images. Yes. Well, I know that Corphish is a Pokemon. Right, we're looking for 151 Pokemon in total. Oh, it has shield just, it can't be paralyzed. That's annoying. Let's try to find a Corphish. Behold! Corphish. I can probably just check a netball and catch this. Okay. That actually does help us out. Volbeat and Udemy. Okay, so we can't catch 9 and 10 for a minute. Got it. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Ekans, okay. I know you can catch Ekans up this way. Yep. I have 3 Master Balls here for some reason. Okay, what's next? Three, Bella's Brow. I think I can find that up around here. Yes. Okay. Cinch it, okay. I think I can find that up around here. Yep, right there. It turned around! Ah! That's fine. I did more damage than I wanted it to. But also, I'm not surprised, because it's stab, and I'm also not very bulky. Alright. Vulpix. I know I can find that up around Timeless Woods. I also need to be checking out my raid dens. Because there's a Pokemon I need for the Pokedex that can be found only that can't be found in the wild, but you can evolve a Pokemon caught in the wild into it. But it's really annoying to do so. I guess there's another Pokemon I can catch while I'm here. Got that, no problem. I will want to fill up Act Stack here. Let's see. What's this cave? Ah, the spots. Good to know that that's there, though. Now this thing is gonna be rather scary to try and catch. Or we can just catch it first try, that works too. Ah, that's where it's at. Okay. Good to know. Let's see. What's next? 39 to 40, 41, 42. That should be what I think it is. Yep. Hoot Hoots appears at night, so we can't catch it right now. Apom, I think, is version exclusive, so I can't get that. Swinub, I know where I can get that. I know vaguely where I can find that. I still can't believe that I actually found a random shiny Slugma just wandering around last stream. I believe I can come over this way, and there should be a little cave entrance over here. Could be wrong. Nope. There it is. And in here, we can find... Swinub. Which we actually can't nuzzle because it's a ground type. But we can check an Ultra Ball just right away. And that's where we got next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that I can actually find. Go to Mastery Town. Up to the right here. I do need to keep an eye on my Pokedex completion. Make sure to go over 151. 30 more. Yeah, if I just follow this path going up, I should be able to find a seed out, no problem. There we go. There's C-Dot. Phantom, or just go back to Timeless Blood. God, you know you're tired to win. Phantom, okay. I also need a grubbin. Might as well catch us while I'm here. Like Ligar. Ligar, I'm gonna try and catch off guard if I can. I did have to turn at the last moment right there. That's annoying. Why do you have Crab Hammer? What? Would you please just get in the Pokeball? I should use a quick call to start off with. There's no brain here. There we go. Phantom. We're going for Phantom. Also probably catch the... I wish Pokemon would stop turning right as I throw my Pokemon out. I'll probably catch the Terror Trevenant here. Thing is, I can't trade to Evolve Phantom right now. What? Polyswag is evolving? What? Got him! Is it evolving? Wait, that nickname doesn't work from Mad Cargo. All smash? Yeah, why the heck not? Goodbye, recover. While I'm here, Pokemon evolving. I'll just go ahead and use a Water Stone on Potty World. Dynamic Punch? Nah. Okay, let's go find the Trevenant. I think that's it, right up there. Or we sneak up on it. So we'll have to knock this out. How did that not catch it off guard? Oh, it's a normal type, okay. I probably shouldn't use Flamethrower because it might well use Facade after it gets burned, therefore dealing even more damage. And there's Trevenant, cool. Let's evolve Clefairy while we're here. Okay, that's our team fully evolved. evolve for the moment. Where are we at? 130. Poltergeist is next. Easy. I know exactly where I can find one of those. As a masterpiece teacup I have. I actually am tempted to catch an authentic poltergeist. Hold on a moment. Okay, so no, I should catch a count that and I'm not gonna think too hard about it. I'll just catch whatever one I see first. Bell. Well, that makes my life a lot easier. And there you go, that's what we're looking for. I don't see a stamp on it, but that's fine. Going ahead and do this raid battle over here for the poltergeist. We're gonna use Ragam. It looks very funny having balloons on his head. I'm like a daddy. Rain. Booster. And I would just knock myself out. Wild Charge is the funniest move to use on max raid battles. Or para raid battles, whatever you want to call this. Ooh! And the merm, you'd love to see it. Unremarkable form. Make my life easier, why don't you? Yeah, off to catch a Geodude. Oh, we have all three outbreaks around this general area. That's a Pokemon I need. Oh, I didn't realize I was at an outbreak. Might be. Oh well, we're just gonna push forth and catch Pokemon. I definitely think I can finish this up soon. Oi! Be gone! 134, okay. You need to catch this. I believe this can have guts, which will make it very scary. If I don't catch this on the first ball. Good. Oh! I just remembered. This evolves via evolution. Which means I'm gonna have to get lucky with fairway battles to get its evolution. Why am I silly like this? I still haven't seen a single Geodude around here. Oh, that's annoying. Oi! Oh, there's too many Pokemon that can just stand on top of me while I'm in battle. I can't find Geodude here, right? Yeah, okay. There's a Geodude, finally. Wrong Pokemon! Crap. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Goodbye, Raichu. He's smart here, not send out Sparks next. Or got him. How about Polyswag? There we go. Quick balls, you fool! Oh, Morpeko is new. Huh. I was wrong. I must have had George Shillett on the brain. A whole Whimsicott ramp. That's wild. Speaking of wild, shiny Rolls? My shiny luck is just off the chart today. No, due to our rules, I am permitted to use this on my team. Fucking wild. Rolls would replace Terry. I would be alright with that. And I wish Ian was here, but he's at work. He'd be so annoyed with me right now. Because he had mentioned that he wanted to use a Ralts on his team. Catching this because I don't want to be bothered with a friendship evolution. There we go. One has evolution to worry about. I'm still looking for a Morpeko. Preventive evening. Neat. Ooh. I do actually need to bother with this. I think I might just... yeah, make it easy myself. Let's see, we're gonna focus energy. Use one Screech. I forgot I have Defiance. Oh, I didn't even clock that was Dark type. It didn't shitting water me. Did get rid of my +2 to attack thanks to my Defiance, but oh well, what can you do? And there goes the battle. Very nice. Oh, one final hit before it goes down apparently. 2 final hits before it goes down apparently. Wow, the game is just cheating now. That Mandark was not happy about being knocked out. Herb! Funny enough, the 2 raid battles I wound up doing today actually give you herbs for doing them. Okay, where are we at for Pokedex completion? 140. So just 11 more. Munchlax at the moment is Pokemon that's kind of hard to tell when it's shiny or not. I can find more Pekka here, right? Oh, no I can't. It's version exclusive. Okay. Moving on then. Lotad! Mass outbreak of Ralts. Didn't even need it to find a shiny. gonna nuzzle it. There we go. It's coughing, that's easy to find. If I can press the right button, that'd be nice. There we go. I'm remembering the quick ball. Oh, that's gonna be the Dust Call line, which I can't get right now. Okay. But there are two Pokemon I can get right now. I think there's a static Litwick somewhere around here that I found on accident, so if I can find that again, I can catch that for the Pokedex. Or the alternative is I just wait until we progress the story for nighttime. I'm okay with just waiting to catch Litwick though, so I might just do that then. Rather than look for this one static one. If there even is a static one. Yeah, there is a static one. What do you know? Huh. Wild. Alright. Okay. Oh, I never caught a Cleffa. Let's go fix that really quick. Bunch of carving. Which I never caught one earlier. Cool. Oh, exactly what I'm looking for. Am I at the point where I'm evolving Pokemon now? Yes, I am actually. I'm exactly that point. Beautiful. Well, there's one more Pokemon I can catch. But then I gotta evolve Pokemon. So I'll probably go for some like easy stone evolutions. Yeah, so that means Wednesday we're gonna finish catching all the Pokemon we can catch. Or completing the Pokedex as much as we can complete it. There's what we're looking for. There's two of them actually. And there's Cramorant. Cool. I think just to give me the headache, I'm gonna go catch a Swanna. There is a Swanna somewhere around here. I just don't know where exactly it is. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. We have what? 3 Pokemon to evolve via stones? Yeah. Is there even 3 stone evolutions we have? Areas have available right now. That's 1. No, stone evolution, but we can get this right now, so I'll count that. That's 2. And that's 3. Rare candy on the Gligar. Why did that not work? What time of day is it? That's the right item, right? Why is that wrong? Oh, it's at night. Okay. I can't get that right now. I don't have another standard evolution. I'll just use a rare candy to evolve one of these then. There's one. And two certain evolutions. And this gets us all caught up with Ian. There we go. All I have left to do is just lots of evolving, which we're gonna save for next time. I mean, I guess technically there is one Pokemon. There are a couple Pokemon I still need to catch. Like Basket Agent and a half of others. But most Pokemon we can just evolve. And a couple of Pokemon we can only get at night, so. Yeah. That means next time we get back to this on Wednesday, we're gonna catch them all. Well, almost all of them. But tomorrow it starts the subathon. I'm gonna start at I think it's at 2 p.m. 2 p.m? Yeah. 2 p.m. we're starting the subathon. Gonna be doing a lot of shiny hunting. So check back in 2 p.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. For the subathon. I'll have everything all ready by then for it, so yeah. Bye bye everyone!